Says we are going live. You're live. Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to JeepSolid Garage. We're continuing with our engine rebuild installation on the 97 XJ Jeep 4.0. Rebuilt the engine with our Engine Tech parts. Engine Tech's the sponsor. Thank you, Engine Tech, for sponsoring and giving me all the parts for this build. That's just awesome. Their website's linked in the description below, so be sure to show them some love. Go check them out. I really appreciate their support. Today, we are doing intake and exhaust manifold, so we're going to get right to it. I think I got some of my regulars here already. Deluxe Starts here, Moab Wheeling, Randy Jones, Jeep Reaper. Hello, everybody. So we are going to set down this exhaust manifold. Oh. And we've got our manifold gasket. Some of these manifold gaskets have a manifold side and engine side. They're marked. This one does not. This one has 0 markings on it. And it fits either way. Like it's a mirror image of itself. So this one in particular, I don't think it matters how it goes on. So just like that, it's a nice fit. And I should probably get a couple bolts ready. Get my bolt holder over here. This is going to be a sweet build when it is done. Where's my studs? There's a couple studs and my tailpipe's in the way. Get out of the way. It's not hugely in the way, but just slightly in the way. It kind of fits on nice like that. I did use a gasket once that had that, and I've even talked about it in the video, where it has a manifold side and an engine side, and I'm sure to get it on the right way, and lo and behold, I put it on wrong. Go figure. So I think I'm gonna try it again. I usually like to just barely thread a couple of these guys in on the bottom because they're hard to reach, but your intake has to slip over the top of these. But last time I did this, I kind of struggled getting the manifold in place, so I might abort that mission right there. Big Dog Brown is here. Yo, hey, Big Dog Brown. Oh, there we go, dual camera, look at that. See those brown dog motor mounts? They're pretty sweet. So my last exhaust manifold was cracked. They always do, so got a brand new one here. And we'll see if we can slip our intake manifold over the top of that. Who else we got joining us here? We got Tom Hudson. Good evening. Hey, Tom. How you doing? Hope you are staying cool wherever you're at. Here where I am, it's been 100 degrees lately. We took last week off. No live stream last week, right? So the trick here is to get this in place. So the trick with having those bolts in is slipping the little flange, but you gotta get down low enough so it gets onto those studs, because there's 2 little studs that the intake manifold sits on. Did we hit it? And sometimes it's kind of hard to tell, but I think we got it. So that seems pretty darn good right there like that. See, easy as that. That's what I like to do. Make it look easy. Get a couple of these top bolts in, just finger tight to hold it in place. Oh no. Dropped it. I dropped one of these once. I actually had to order a new one. The little washer on there, it's like a little dome-shaped washer. I lost it. I dropped the bolt. It fell down somewhere. I found the bolt, but not the washer. And for the life of me, I could not find it. So I ended up having to order a new one, and I think I eventually found it somewhere. I forget where it was though. Come on. I'm trying to work with one hand holding this, another hand. Come on. There we go. Almost drop it again. Get in there. You hear that? That was the other one that I had dropped. It's a good sound though when it goes all the way through. Grab those threads. We're almost there. There we go. Whew. Okay, let me tighten that up a little bit. We're going to use electric ratchet because it's handy. So yeah, here in... get off of there. Here where I'm at, it's been warm. And make sure that's flush. No, yep, that's what I was worried about. Let me peek underneath. If you do that method where you have a couple on the bottom, you got to be super careful about. Yeah, it's not on those studs on the bottom. Might have to undo my method here. But that looks like it needs to come up a little bit. There we go. I mean, it helps with getting those bottom ones threaded, but it doesn't help with the positioning of this intake manifold. You gotta be super careful about just getting it on those studs on the bottom. Now it looks good. Because the trouble is you can't see those bolts on the bottom. Let's see, I'm pretty sure the exhaust manifold of my 95 has finally given up the ghost. It's making much noise than it used to. Yeah, I haven't been under the yet, but I have a feeling it's, yep, 146,000. Pretty much guarantee it's cracked. Sorry guys, I'm late. Spartan, hey, good evening Spartan. It's been real hot here in South Carolina. I got a break today though, it was 84. Yeah, I forget what our high today was. It's like 96 or something, or we've been hitting the hundreds pretty regularly. This week it's toned down a little bit in the 90s, but good Lord, yeah, it's been warm. And then we had a bunch of thunderstorms roll through Oregon and lit all kinds of stuff on fire. Those lightning strikes, they are bad for the forest for starting fires. And forest fire management, that's a whole nother story, which we won't get into. So we're going to get this bolt, try to get this guy threaded in a little bit. There's a torquing sequence we'll go through on these, which, I don't know, I read two different sources tell me, well, one said torque everything to 25, and then two other sources said, like bolts, most of them to 24, but then the two on the end to 17, I think. I think I'm probably just going to do them all 25-ish. There we go. Okay, let me find that one I dropped here. So, yeah, it's been a little warm. Uh-oh, I don't see it. But I actually think I might have an extra from when I ordered last time. Where is it? Just looking for a bolt. Which one was it? It fell down right there. Kaplunk. Okay, there's the bolt. right on underneath the engine mount. There's the bolt. Where's that washer? I could have swore I heard it hit the ground. I think, yeah, oh wait, is that it? There it is. That's what happened last time, is it hit the ground and then it like rolled somewhere, and I found it like clear over somewhere else underneath a bench or something. I don't know. So while you guys were gone, or while you were away, I did do a little bit of work on this that was not on camera. The rest of the transmission to engine bolts, we went ahead and got all of those in, because that's a lot of crawling around underneath the car, and it's really hard to film. It's hard to live stream because you guys just end up with a terrible angle, and you saw me take those off. So we got the rest of the engine to transmission bolts installed. Then the flex plate to torque converter, I got all of those in place down underneath, again, because you guys just, it's so hard to see down there that I wasn't planning on live streaming the underneath stuff at this stage because it's just kind of painful. So the torque converter to flex plate, got those bolts, those 4 bolts installed and torqued down properly. And then the little cover that goes over them, installed that too. I also got the starter in place, just the 2 starter bolts. Did not install the wiring, and that bolt is crooked. Why is it threading in if it goes in crooked? Let me grab my little stool here. So, did all that underneath work. Yeah, that's definitely crooked. It's just finger tight. It goes in smooth like that. It definitely goes in smooth like that. Crooked. Come on. It's like trying to grab this gasket. Get in there. Okay, that's straight. Let's zip that on just a little bit. Oh, we're gonna finger tighten it a little bit more. Last thing we want to do is get something crooked on this. Can you imagine having to take the head back out? Oh, come on. This dumb fuel rail's in the way. I got nowhere to put my hand to lean on it. Gosh, that just looks crooked to me. That's definitely crooked. Don't go on like that. It's like it wants to thread in that way, crookedly. But we're not going to allow that. Yeah, go like that. That looks perfect. Let me grab a... No, wait, this isn't 15. What fit this better? It was 9/16. We're going to go with a 9/16 ratcheting. I could probably hold it straighter with this. I hate these bolts that are hard to get in these tight spaces. I just want to get it started here, and then I can use my electric to run it in more. I can't quite get the electric on it square. So I don't want to strip it, cross thread it. That'd be bad news. Get on there. There we go. All right, that'll work. Those are those top 5. Now we've got studs on the ends. These are the guys that I think they said like 17 foot-pound. These little guys here. It's like, why is everything not feeling smooth? It's definitely warm out in the shop this evening. Righty tighty. Well, that doesn't, it looks straight, but that just does not feel good. Let me try. Is this the one that came off of there? That definitely feels a lot better. And we got those 4 underneath. We started with 2 of them on there already, so now we gotta find the other 2. So yeah, some of that underneath stuff I'm just not gonna do on camera because it's too painful. Painful to do and painful to watch. Okay, there's one stud down here, which I can't see. Totally blind. Oh, and dropped it. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, it's over there. Alrighty. Let's while we're here, let's switch. Boom. Sorry, just looking for bolts that or nuts that I drop on the ground. So decides to run over there. And then we'll go through the torquing sequence. But from what I remember, it is very difficult to torque these because you can't get a wrench on them. So you get them fairly close. You can torque some of them and get an idea of how tight they're supposed to be. Oh wait, I didn't get a dually whopper on there. Dually whopper washer. You guys are probably telling me, did you get the washer on there? Okay, where's that stud? There it is. There it is. There we go. Okay, that guy's on there fairly good. We got 2 more to do on the bottom. And let me get my stool out of the way. Let's see if we can feel which 2. Let's see, doing okay. Spartan's been dealing with DC Pro 159. My TJ, how about you? Thanks, got back, leaf springs changed. Stepped on a rusty nail. Ugh. That's no fun. Hope you got your tetanus. Yeah, tetanus is no fun. Okay. First one, okay, so that guy's in place. So the next one is right underneath this intake. I can feel it. So this is one of those, you can feel it, but you can't see it jobs. So right there, try to get this one started. These bottom ones, from my memory, I think are a little easier to torque. Some of these, because you can just get a straight extension on there. Okay, got number the 3rd one in. I got 1 more. And I think you go right here. Yes, indeedy. Whew. And my rib is feeling a lot better. Still, like when I'm leaning over this, reaching for stuff, it's like, oh yeah, you're still a little tender, but it's much better. So yeah, it's like, I think I want to equate it to like spraining an ankle or something, rolling an ankle, you know, and it can take like a month for it to really heal, not hurt anymore. Okay, right there. Kind of the same thing with my rib here. It's like I sprained my rib. Okay, where's the hole now? I want to say it's right there. Man, I just can't. Dumb exhaust is in the way. Let me see if my... I can do it with an extension now. Because like I can get one finger on the hole, but I can't thread this on. So we're going to try that, see if I can get it that way. So I need a way to spin the bolt. If only I could see. How many times do you think I'm going to drop this bolt? I don't even know if that's it. Is that it? It went somewhere. I think that's it. I think we got it. It's almost like first try with the extension. Oh, come on. Yeah, we're going to call that good. Alrighty. I'm going to grab my trusty little mirror. And I just want to peek. To make sure that we're nice and flush. Because I have had manifolds I get hung up on those studs and stuff before. That looks pretty good. Let's go clear underneath here. Like I can almost see it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think we're pretty good. I know you guys can't see what I'm looking at, but just double checking that everything's fit nice. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so we're gonna attempt to torque. Number 1 is there, 1, 2, 3. So 1 is that one I just did. Anyone done a fan blower motor GM upgrade to their YJ? I don't know. I haven't. I've actually considered putting like a turbo on my YJ. But then I'm like, I don't know. I got this big project going on right now. That's enough. Where did I set that? It's over there. I did do the stroker, which is amazing. Love driving that. Now this is probably too long. But what if my other guy's too short? So I think I'll go through. Yeah. I'm going to go through and just not torque these guys yet, but just finger tight them. Well, no, just snug them, not finger tight. Okay, where's the bolt here? See, if all these other parts weren't in the way, it'd be so handy. Okay, I think it's right there. Okay, this is too long with that. Oh, come on. There we go. I'm just going to go along and snug things. There's number one. So you do want to kind of torque these down somewhat evenly. There's a torque sequence, like I just did number one. Technically that's number two. And they call this guy number three. You guys see what I'm doing here? Almost, huh? Camera close. So this guy's three. And then I think it jumps down to the bottom again. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. And then I think they call this guy 4. For some reason they have you torquing the bottom more or first. 4, number 5 should be right there. Just trying to get this bolt here tightened. There's an on a bolt there. Nope. That's it right there. Is that even doing anything? Yeah, that one was really loose. 4, 5. And this guy would be 6. And that guy down there, good Lord, how am I going to get that guy? Is he underneath her? No. Dang. I don't know how on earth I'm going to get that guy. And I can get with my electric doer, but if you don't have one of these electric wrenches, highly, highly recommend them. You know what, if I come in this way, there we go, yeah. Okay, I need my deep set with electric wrench from underneath. There we go. There we go, that guy's tight. Now we need a drink of water. Now we got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, so outside. Yeah. That's it, get this out of the way. So inside out now on the top. Okay. Now, let me see what I can torque. If I can torque, go back to dual camera. $91, can't recommend. 91 YJ. Hey Henry, God bless the YJ. 91. Love the YJ. I love the fuel-injected YJ. So I'm going to set this to 25. So, wait, that's 10, 25. And it's number 1 on the bottom, yeah. This is the hard part. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to torque these guys. Oh. Okay, that'll do. And then 9/16. So we'll start down there, see what we can reach. So I can definitely get 1 and 2. So this first one on the bottom in the middle, kind of middle right, is number 1. Number 1. And if we end up with a leak, we'll torque it a little bit more. 2. Now I don't think I can get, we'll give it a shot. Give it a shot. Oh yeah, I can get that one. Okay, so that's 25 right there. That's what it feels like with that much leverage. What kind of voltage you getting? You guys are talking about something. Speaking of voltage, for my YJ, I just had to, I just had to buy a new battery for it. It would start, but then if it died or something happened, you had to like start it again. It didn't have another startup left in it. It would be like, nope, I'm done. You can get like 1 start out of it, and then if you ran it for a while and the alternator charged it, you're okay. But if you started it and it died and had to start it again, it wouldn't start. So I test the battery and it tests at like 12.2 volts, or I mean, it tests fine. But then I look at the date on the battery and it was 2014. Like, whoo, it's a 10-year-old battery. So then I do check the cold crank amps, and yeah, it dropped down to like 8 something. Dropped down too low. But because it was a 10-year-old battery, I'm like, yeah, it's at the end of its life. Getting 10 years out of a battery is amazing. Told Jason about it. He's like, 10 years? He was surprised to hear that. Where was I? I was just on it. We're getting most of these guys torqued. Oh, where is it? There it is. Come on. There it goes. Whew. Barely fits on there. Okay, I think that's all 4 of those. Now I can do these outside guys. Although they said 17, which that's curious. Oh, so we'll do them about there. And this back one, it's getting sweaty out here. So I went and bought a new battery for it, and it runs great. Starts right up, just boom. I was getting kind of used to it not starting well. You know what I can do? If I put a shorter extension on this, I actually kind of wonder if I can get this torque wrench back in there. Showing 0 according to my scanner. All right, where's that stud? Come on. If I can even get this on it, I don't know if I'll have any throw to it. But I gotta try. I think it's kind of a lost cause here. Trying to get a torque wrench under here. Oh, wait. Where is it? There it is. This extension. It's not gonna work. That is too long. I don't have a shorter one. Oh, I do have a shorter one. We're going to try a shorter extension. Whew. Check the pins. Sounds like, yeah, I hate wiring. I dealt with a wiring issue on my JK that was haunting me forever. I made a really cool video about it where the turn signals were flashing. Or no, the fog lights were flashing with the turn signals. Yeah, I can get the wrench on it, but there's no throw in that at all. We're not even going to try that. We're done with that. Flex head, 9/16. And we're going to hand torque this to 17 foot-pounds. Ish. See, that was 12, 14, 16. Right there. One more little oof. There, that's perfect. 17 exactly. Nice. Let's try to get these top guys. So I did one already, right? This is why taking your fuel rail off would be helpful. I don't know if I can get this one. This wiring's in the way. There we go. Okay. Here's my socket. Back this torque wrench off before I forget. And we're going to forget that socket that's down there because I don't care about them. And I need a shorter guy. My short 9/16. And this one here. And let's just feel it. I guess not about that much. There we go. I think that's all of them. So I got this guy in the end, right? Yeah. I think that's all of them. Sweet! Whew. I am sweating. Ah, I'm starting to sweat out here. Should have had my fan. I thought about getting it. Good luck, Moab. I'm thinking I may have pinched the harness for that O2 sensor when I moved the body lift a couple weeks ago. Ugh. That's no fun. All right, intake and exhaust are on there nicely. Throttle body. So yeah, another day we can do, you know, throttle, fuel rail, all that kind of stuff. Lots of little bits and pieces to start putting back together. But we're getting close. I think I've got, yeah, three more live streams left in me maybe. We'll be firing this up. Next week, I'll remind you guys of this in a bit. But yeah, next week we're not going to have a live stream again. It's just summertime is busy. Got some family stuff going on Friday next week. So definitely want to do this week's because we're going to miss next week. What do those look like? Those look like 10 millimeter-ish. It's just a little bracket holding for the fuel rail. You know, fuel rail's still on there. Or not fuel rail, fuel line. And we're getting to the part where I'm so thankful I labeled everything. Because it makes putting it together so much quicker and easier. It does just go into aluminum, so don't get carried away with it. There we go, that guy's on there. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of little hoses and wires to hook back up. Who's this guy down here? It's like this. 2 manifold below throttle. Oh yeah, goes right there. I put something on and then I take the label off. I redid some of my wire looms, some of the wire looms that were super dry and cracking, got them fixed up. The fuel, I don't want to do that yet. Throttle body, I'll fiddle with that, all that stuff later. I'm going to dual camera, we are. So, sucking on some ice here because it's hot. This is what I wanted to do. Let's put our dipstick in. So on this side, yeah, we're going to have an alternator, grounds to do, coil. Why am I just dropping everything tonight? Oh, here it is. Got my fancy little dipstick, all painted up with a nice yellow. Right down in there. Get my stool to get on that, push, get some good pressure on that. But if we do, you know, fuel and wiring and throttle and all that tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next time, then what we got, you know, radiator and fan and alternators, pulleys and stuff up here. Just trying to think of how far out we are from adding oil and trying to start this thing. Oh yeah, this guy takes little torques. Little torques on the end of that guy. But there's actually some grounds that go on this too. So let me make sure this, yeah, so that nut, make sure that guy's loose. Let me grab my Torx bit real quick. So if I put this guy on, I want it to be tight. What is it? It's is it E7? Boy, that's tiny. Yep. That's itty bitty, but it'll do. You know what? Before I do that, last time I painted this. I ended up with ground issues. That's one of my engine block grounds. Is going to hook right there. Before I hook that up, I'm going to Dremel it off a little bit because I don't want paint on there on the part where it's trying to make ground contact. I don't want to end up with ground issues again, because that was a nice fun gremlin to try to hunt down. I've got some good, I grab my Dremel here. Sorry, I know I'm, where'd you go? Right here. Just gonna get my Dremel here real quick and get this guy ground off a little bit. A little bit of preventative medicine here. And we'll grab one of these steel bits. Tighten her down and we'll start. Lay that guy there. Grab my extension. And some glasses, because I don't want a shard of metal in the eyeball. And we're just going to brush up this ground a little bit. A little preventative maintenance here. That guy is almost too big to go in there. So I really want to get into these threads a little bit. Now we're just going to do them by hand, I think. Back of that's nice. Let me do this a little bit more right on the surface of the block. Yeah. Oh. All right, there's that guy, and I want to get in those threads a little bit better. So I've got a little wire brush here. And yeah, it's this part's a little tedious, but man, it's these little steps that make a big difference down the road. I don't know if this guy, let's see if this will fit. Gosh, this canister, this evap canister is just in the way. Should have done this before I put the engine in, right? Wish I had a better way to spin that. If I end up with ground issues, what I would do, or if I was having trouble starting like I did, is that my last build or the build before that? I think it turned out to be a ground issue. What I would do, instead of just going and hunting down grounds, and I would just add another ground somewhere, a good ground, and see if that resolves the issue or not. So we're going to call that good, and if I end up with ground issues, we will find out when I add a new ground. Brush off a little bit of my dust here from my Dremel. Messing up my pretty engine. There we go. So yeah, this is, as I said, one of the main engine grounds. I gotta find my oil pressure sensor. Just looking right down the hole there of where the oil pressure sensor would be. That must be in my box of stuff over on the side of the Jeep. Okay, that guy's in there pretty good. The ground is ready to go. And we're doing good. 8:22. I got done what I wanted to get done. Well, I thought since Dale is clean up grounds. Well, I thought of it since Dale is cleaning up grounds. Thought of something. Yeah, grounds can be a nightmare. Been there. So yeah, just had trouble starting. Wouldn't start. Thought lots of different stuff. Finally, I think it was ground cleaning that did it. And it started. It runs great. So, what do we got? Yeah, next time, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to do the passenger side? You know, spark plug, wires. Well, no, because I don't know if I want to do all that stuff yet. That'll be like one of the last things. I think I want to do front end first. I'm not sure what I want to do next. You know, we could do fuel rail, throttle body, get the throttle cables, injectors all hooked back up, all the cables, wires, vacuums, blah, blah, blah. Because we can get a lot of that put back. Doesn't really matter. None of that's in the way of doing the front end stuff. You know, radiator and the belt and all that. Power steering pump, alternator. I don't know. We'll figure out something to do next time. But next time will be in 2 weeks. So no live stream. No live stream next week. We've got a family get together, so that's what I'll be doing. I like the colors. Yeah, thank you. Me too. Is that Jeep Reaper? Yeah, I think it looks really nice. I like just the touch of red with the timing chain cover. That looks good. A little bit of yellow in there. That looks pretty slick. I hate that the freeze plugs are covered up because they look so cool. The brass freeze plugs down in there, you know, you guys can kind of barely see them. The brass freeze plugs look so good, but then the manifold covers it up. It pops. Thank you. The wiring to the starter, yeah, I'm not going to show that on camera because that's just a pain. So yeah, next time, yeah, I think we'll end up doing like a lot of we'll do like fuel injector or the fuel rails, hook the fuel injectors back up, throttle body, sensors, vacuum hoses, just start a lot of that. Maybe we'll get to distributor and the coil, and I gotta find that, where's that? Oh, here it is. Here it is. My oil pressure sensor. Found it. Oil pressure sensor. Right next to the distributor there. I'm just looking down a hole. Like, yeah, it goes down in my engine. Something's supposed to be down in there. Oh no, wait, but I need the, there's a little adapter that goes there, isn't there? Yeah, I'm gonna have to find that. Is that over here? There's the distributor cap. There's my alternator. It's a fan. Maybe that's on the other engine still. Might have to do some salvaging off the other engine. I don't know if I left that part on there. Apparently. Is that oil pressure sensor? It just clips in right there. Yeah. Yeah, we'll find. We'll do a little searching for that guy. But I think that wraps it up for tonight. Thank you guys so much for your support. Appreciate it. Remember, 2 weeks from now, so no live stream next week. And but 2 weeks from now, we should be able to be back Friday. Let me double check. Because I got a company coming into town too. Summers are just, oh, you know what? I'm not even going to be able to do a live stream then. August 2nd, I'm going to have company in town. Which is great. Love having company, but yeah, I got company. So next week, yeah, I've got a party to be at. 2 weeks from now, I've got a company. So we might not have a live stream until August 9th. So we might go two weeks without, which is not the end of the world. I mean, I enjoy doing the live streams, but with summer being so busy, it is nice to have a break. And I don't really want to try to do it a different day of the week. Friday nights just work great for me. Although something like Wednesday mornings would be even better, or Friday mornings, but you guys didn't want that. You want to do it in the evening, which is totally fine. So yeah, we're going to go 2 weeks without a live stream. But that's the way it is. We'll be so sad. Later, everyone. Bye, Jeep Reaper. 2 weeks. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Moab. I know. Life is busy right now. Just got a lot of Friday stuff going on. But we'll get there, and then that'll stretch the project out longer because, yeah, once this is up and running, then the lives of this will be done. So, you guys have a good night. Stay in touch. Say hi online. Check me out on social media. X. If you don't have X, formerly known as Twitter, go sign up. Check me out there. I'd love to grow my following there because I really appreciate that platform. So go sign up for on X, download the app, register, and come find me and say hi. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, but we can chat there. So come say hi there, and I'll see you guys in 3 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks without. Oh. You guys have a good night. See you guys. Now you got 3 weeks to fix your Jeep.